Pinnacle the Hustler is an accomplished DJ and successful business owner. He owns and operates Lit Lounge, a hip hop themed hookah lounge that is hugely popular. Lit Lounge is located in the vibrant Itaewon neighborhood of Seoul, one of the most lively areas in the city. Originally from the United States, like many foreigners, Pinnacle came to South Korea to teach English. However, as time passed, he eventually found himself one of the major players in Seoul nightlife. Whether it's hosting community events or publishing helpful content on his blog, Hip Hop, Hookah, and Itaewon, Pinnacle the Hustler has made a name for himself in the Seoul nightlife scene, and he's just getting started. Please welcome Pinnacle the Hustler to the hot seat. Okay, so welcome Pinnacle to the hot seat. Thank you for coming today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I've been extremely intrigued ever since me and my friend stumbled upon Lit Lounge sometime last year. There was a girl outside handing out cards to come into Lit Lounge, and we walked in and immediately loved the vibe, loved the
Oh, that's cool.
atmosphere. So every time we go to Seoul, we make sure to hit Lit Lounge.
That's cool. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you for the support.
Absolutely. So my first question now, I've done some research, but I didn't know where you were from or if you were even American, but I do now, but the audience doesn't. So where are you from? What brought you to South Korea, and how long have you lived here?
All right. So I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, from America. The first time I came to Korea twice. First time I came here was I started as an English teacher. And then I moved from teaching English into the entertainment industry. And from entertainment, I moved into business, doing, into ownership and stuff like that. How long have I been here? Man, it's been a grit. First time I came was about 3.5 years, I guess. And then this time I'm on my 9th year. So
Wow.
yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Okay. So I know that you're a talented rap artist and DJ. How long have you been rapping and DJing, and have you drawn new inspiration for your art since living abroad?
Well, actually, I don't really make music anymore. I don't know, man. I just feel some type of way about being in my 30s talking about check out my mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a good look to me. I mean, not no disrespect to anybody else that's doing that. Like, if you out here doing something that you're passionate about, pursuing your craft, I definitely support that. It just doesn't work for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been rapping since I was a kid. You know, my family was in it. My cousins, uncles, everybody do it. So it was just like something that we did growing up. We'd be at the barbecue freestyling on the,
Wow.
beatboxing on the table, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, music has always been a part of my life. And then DJing it was just like a natural progression for me to move into DJing. I started about, I don't know, 15 years ago, I think. So
Mhm,
I've been DJing for about 15 years, and I still do it. I still DJ every weekend.
mhm.
And I mean, honestly, I feel like DJing is something I can do until I just can't move no more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
you're an excellent DJ, by the way. Every time. That's why we stayed at Lit the first time.
that's what's up.
In 2022, you opened Lit Lounge. How did the idea for a hip hop hookah lounge come about? And why did you choose South Korea rather than other surrounding countries or even the United States to invest something like that in?
That's a great question. That's okay. So that's a multi-layered question, right? So I start at the top layer and dig a little deeper as I answer the question. So first you said where the idea for a hip hop hookah lounge come from?
Yeah.
The quickest answer I can give you is back in 2016. So I had a promotion company. I was just doing promotions, doing events, and I had an opportunity to partner into a club that already existed.
Mm.
It already had two partners. One partner wanted to leave, and he wanted me to take his space. So I was like, you know what, this is a good opportunity. I'm gonna take it. That good opportunity turned out to be a very, very bad situation, but it was a life lesson that stuck with me and will stick with me for the rest of my life. However, that club was a hip hop club, and it made sense to put hookah in it just because I knew that that was something that people wanted to do, and it was something that I wanted to do. Like I like smoking hookah, so I just perfected the craft of making it, and I was able to sell it, to where it maintained a high standard. That club failed, and then the next thing I opened was like a progression of that. So every business that I open is like a reincarnation of the previous business, but on a higher level.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So really, when it comes to like what I do in Lit Lounge or any of my businesses, it's not necessarily like, I had inspiration to come up with this idea. It's just stuff that I like to do. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive because you obviously I made a business plan when I had these ideas, but I just knew that there was a crowd of people that liked hip hop. There was a crowd of people that liked to smoke hookah, and Itaewon needed a place where people could feel safe and not, be concerned about crazy things happening to them, especially when it comes to women. We have a lot of female customers, and a lot of times they come to Lit Lounge because they do feel safe. They know nothing is going to happen to them, and if something crazy is happening, obviously I'm gonna step in and handle it and make sure everything is going to be fine. And on top of it, I don't know if you've ever experienced this as a Black woman in Korea, but it's a lot of clubs out here that don't let us in, even though they're playing our music, which is crazy to me. So like the discrimination out here is unbelievable. I was actually kind of shocked when I experienced it because I'm like, Korea is racist? That's crazy.
Right.
But it's not even just a Korea thing, it's a world, it's a global thing. No matter where we go, that's what we're gonna face. However, I wanted to create a spot where people didn't have to face that kind of discrimination when they want to just go out to kick it. So it wasn't necessarily a matter of finding inspiration. It was just providing a place that was needed. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come to Lit Lounge, you'll see all kind of colors. We had some Indian dudes in there last week. He was like, "Can you play some Punjabi?" I was like, "I got you, fam." And the whole spot was turning up to some Punjabi music. Like, so
Wow.
yeah, so that's it. Just happened that way. And then as far as why I didn't do anything in America, it wasn't like a conscious decision. It's not like I was like, "No, I ain't doing business in America. I'm doing it in Korea." It wasn't even like that. It just the opportunity came up, and I took the opportunity, and that's just, I don't know. I just feel like that's how you make progress in your life. When you see an opportunity, you take it. Sometimes it don't work out, sometimes it do. If it don't work out, take it as a lesson. To me, an L don't mean lose, it means lesson. So I just took out every opportunity I could, and it just ended up putting me here in Korea. And to be honest with you, I feel like the stuff that I provide in Korea is more valuable in Korea than it would be in America because we have a lot of spaces with other Black owners where it don't even necessarily have to be a Black owner, but just any kind of minority owner where it's like, yo, this is a safe space for these people. There's a lot of people that create that in America, but I don't see it that much out here in Korea. So I feel like that space needed to be made, so I made it.
I love that. To touch on that, I was gonna say you probably are aware. You're aware that there's a like safe list, right, for like Black and brown
Right.
people that is going around, and you
Yeah.
guys run there. And yeah, there's no anti-discrimination laws here in South Korea, which I was
Right.
scared about at first when I first came out here because I didn't know about it before I came here. But it's always shocking still when like something discriminatory happens. It's still pretty shocking. And
Yeah.
so, that's another reason that your club is so great. And, through word of mouth as well, everyone tells everyone, right, about the different places where you can go and be accepted. Don't have to worry about
Right.
discrimination. And to touch on that, actually, let me go down my list. I was going to say, why did you choose Itaewon over other popular areas like Hongdae? What is it just Itaewon is like a known area? Because that's the one of the last areas that I came to. I mean, I don't live in
Yeah.
Seoul. I live all the way down in Tangyang, but that was one of the last areas that I went to. Was Itaewon.
To answer that question, it's a little bit of well, I'll just give you the full answer. So Lit Lounge actually started in Apgujeong in Gangnam, and the racism we faced, even though my partner at the time, I don't have a partner now. I don't think I'll ever have a partner in Korea ever again. But my partner at the time was Korean, and because I was Black and because we had a demographic of a lot of foreigners that would come into the place, the amount of discrimination and racism that we received in that area was so much that it negatively affected our business. And it was difficult to operate. And so we ended up selling it. And I told my partner, I said, "Yo, I'm gonna take Lit Lounge and I'm gonna open it in Itaewon." And he was totally cool with it. He gave me his blessing. He was like, "Yo, I wish you success." He was like, "I'm gonna stick to the restaurant business," you know. And so that's what happened there. The reason I chose Itaewon instead of Hongdae is because Hongdae is, to me, I don't feel like it's a viable place to open a business. It's so much. Hongdae is a cheap area. You know what I'm saying? It's a cheap area, and you have to price your drinks and food cheaper because number one, it's a college area. So like the students that frequent there, they not. You remember how it was in college? We ain't have money like that.
Yep.
And then on top of it, the person next to you gonna undercut you anyway. If I sell my Long Island's for 10,000, they're gonna sell theirs for 8 or 9. However, the real estate in Hongdae is not cheap. So if I'm gonna pay the same price in Hongdae that I would pay in Itaewon, but in Itaewon I can price my drinks reasonably to where people are like, oh yeah, this is a good price for a Long Island or for a set of chicken wings or whatever, then it just financially, business wise, it makes more sense for me to open in Itaewon rather than Hongdae. However, right now Hongdae is popping. So it's a lot more people in Hongdae, so you have a lot more opportunities for customers. So I mean, everything is a trade-off. But I knew that I'll say I'm all right with marketing. I'm decent, so I knew that I had enough marketing and promoting skills to bring enough customers in to where we can sustain ourselves and be a viable business for a long time.
Have you ever been concerned about facing backlash for opening a business in South Korea while not being Korean?
No, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's in this world we live in, it don't matter what you do, you're gonna get backlash for something. You know what I'm saying? So I might as well get backlash for making something, being successful. Feel me?
Yeah, that's so true. Your lounge really lives up to the name as you've had some incredibly lit acts perform there with themed open mic nights showcasing incredible foreign and Korean talent to legendary artists like DJ Symphony. What kind of talent do you hope to attract to the lounge? And is there anyone specifically that you'd like to have come out?
To be honest with you, I don't really, I don't really shoot for any particular artists or DJs to come out. You know what I mean? Again, if an opportunity comes up, then I'll look into it, and if it makes sense, we can make it happen. But Lit Lounge is a place for the people. So as long as whatever that opportunity is that comes along, as long as it's something that makes sense, and I know that it's going to connect with the people that come to Lit Lounge, then I'll do it. When I was talking to DJ Symphony about coming out, I'm like, this totally makes sense because it's Wu-Tang Clan. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? That would be stupid to not bring DJ Symphony out here for that. And when it comes to talent, one thing that I'm very, very specific on when it comes to Lit Lounge is the music. I don't allow DJs to come into Lit Lounge if you can't use turntables. Because the way I see it, you're not a real DJ if you up there pushing buttons. That don't count. You know what I'm saying? So like our music standard is very high, and I want to keep it that way. I don't ever want people to come in and be like, yo, Lit Lounge, the music was whack when I came in. Like, nah. So when it comes to the talent, that's always my first question. I get hit up by DJs all the time, and they be like, oh, I want to DJ at Lit Lounge. And I'll be like, all right, well, we got turntables in this S9 mixer. And they be like, oh, I don't know how to use turntables.
Oh, man.
You just missed out on some money, buddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like it ain't nobody specific that I'm gunning for, but if the opportunity come up and it makes sense, then I roll with it.
How does your business differ from others in the area? And why do you think people come back? Because there's several clubs that I've been to in Korea and out of Korea that I swear I'm never going to again. And not even just because the music sucked, but like vibes and things like that just weren't there.
The three things that have to be on point when it comes to any business, specifically when it comes to a nightlife business, is the music, the drinks, and the service. Right? I could create a hole in the wall, a big black room with nothing in it except two tables. One table we put the drinks, and the other table we put the DJs. If the music is on point, people gonna be there. If the drinks is on point, they're gonna be there. We don't need no lights. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be like, yo, this spot is trash, but I'm going back. Right? That is very, very important. But the thing that trumps all of it truly, truly is the service. When I teach my staff members, it's like continuous training. I talk to them all the time. This is how you talk to these type of people. This is what you say when people come in. This is what you say when people leave. Sometimes, like if there's like an irate customer for some reason, I'll usually handle it personally because I know sometimes it's hard to maintain your cool when you're dealing with a Karen. You know what I'm saying? But like continuous customer service training is extremely important because you do want people to feel welcome when they come into your spot. The music, like I said before about the DJs, I have a standard when it comes to what DJs are gonna play at Lit Lounge. So the music got to be on point. My bartenders like constantly training, constantly going over, the recipes, or should we take this cocktail off the list? Should we add this one? I'm always talking to the customers. What you think about this shot? All of that stuff is important. So when you're able to keep those three things on point, the music, the drinks, and the service, then you got a recipe for longevity.
That's so true. Every time I've come, you probably don't remember me, but I've been there a few times. You've come up to our table, the people that I'm with, and made sure we were good. Is everyone good here? That's what you say,
Right.
and we say yes, and that is true. It makes us feel welcome. It makes us want to come back. It makes us feel seen. So that's definitely an important part of it. I meant to ask this one earlier because you said something about Wu Tang Clan. There is a
Mhm.
Wu Tang Clan flag hanging behind the DJ booth at your place. There's no
Right.
doubt that you're a fan. Is there a reason why you're so fond of Wu Tang Clan?
Well, first of all, you can't really like, all right, put it to you like this. My favorite artist is Nas,
Mm,
right? Because it's just Nas's whole style. It really matches, you know what I'm saying? Like just how I am as a fan, as a music fan. Wu-Tang to me felt like a okay, Nas, pretty much any artist they have different, it's like they got different facets of their personality, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess that's anybody, but especially when it comes to musicians. And I feel like with the Wu-Tang Clan, each member got like this one thing that they contribute to the group, and they come together. It's like they form Voltron, you know
mm,
what I mean? And when you got like a clique of brothers and you got people that you really connect with on a deep spiritual level, it's amazing to just kind of see what kind of progress you all can make when you put everything together and push forward. You know
mm,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I feel like that's something that is the embodiment of the Black spirit in America, because we've had to overcome a lot, and the way that we've been able to overcome it is by truly coming together like Voltron
Yep.
and pushing forward. You know, so and when you just look at the story of Wu Tang and where they come from and how they overcame their personal struggles and their struggles as artists and their struggle as a group, and I don't know, you just can't help but to respect it. It is something that you gotta salute. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even just about me being a fan. It's just about me respecting the hustle and respecting the history behind it.
I saw an article that you wrote about dealing with haters. I researched it and looked for it. I was going to read it. I couldn't find it again. I don't know what happened to the article, but
Really?
I saw it. The one that you wrote about haters.
Yeah.
You
You
know what
from
I'm
Seoul?
talking about?
Yeah, you mean the one I just put up like last week?
Yes, it was like recent. I couldn't find it again. But I was going to say, there's no doubt I'm a content creator and I'm like just kind of starting to build a following now, right? And so I
Mhm.
know what you were talking about with the haters. And like, there's no doubt that haters can be very prevalent when you're attracting success, and they can come from all corners, from people that you know, from strangers. It's really crazy. So haters are inevitable. How do you deal with them? Because it's harder said than done to deal with haters.
I laugh at them. I mean, honestly, like, nah. Actually, you know what I do? I do laugh at them. Like when I hear somebody say a hating comment or something like that, it's funny to me. I'm gonna tell you a story, and then I'm gonna tell you the second thing I do to haters. First story is it's this girl that I'm cool with, Korean chick. She really like black dudes. And she brought this black guy into my old business one time. And whenever I have a female friend that brings a guy in, I always try hard to make sure that dude feels comfortable, because you don't know who you're dealing with, you don't know what his sensitivities are, et cetera, right? So I know I was nice to the guy. I know I was. Anyway, she told me later that the dude was like, yeah, he wouldn't be ish if he was in America.
Oh my God.
I was like, that's cool. It's funny to me, you know what I'm saying? Because for you to say a comment like that, that means you truly have a lack of self-esteem. Like something about you personally is in a deficit for you to try to say something like this to somebody else that's trying to come up. And the second thing I do to deal with haters is I get as successful as I can, and then when I see them, I'm as nice as I can be to them.
I
I
like that.
love it. It even says in the Bible, when you're nice to your enemies, you heap burning coals on their head. So I
Mm.
like to keep a bucket of coals with me. You feel me? That's why we got hookah.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. My last question, though, I always ask everyone this: is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Um, Anything else I like to share? I guess life is hard, right? It's hard. No matter what you do. You can be a bum on the street, or you can try to be the richest man on earth. Both of them joints is hard. So you might as well choose a path where you can find as much peace and happiness in your life as possible, because no matter what you do, life is going to be hard. Choose your heart.
All right, Pinnacle. Well, thank you for coming through. It's been a pleasure to speak with you and learn more about Lit Lounge and yourself. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while now. I've had you on my interview list probably for about a year now.
Well, thank you for reaching out to me. It's definitely been a pleasure to talk to you as well.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.